gonna show you everything that I've been loving for the month. So if you're interested, just keep watching. This month, I went back to watching a lot of Dr. Dray's videos. And if you guys don't know who that is, it's not the rapper Dr. Dray, it's Dray, Dr. Dray here on YouTube. She's a dermatologist and she does a lot of skincare videos. I recently discovered that the condition that I suffer from is called closed comedones. And they're just the little skin-like bumps that I get. Supposedly, you know, some articles will tell you that they're whiteheads, but I don't really see anything in it. It's not like a traditional whitehead, or you know how in a blackhead you see like the little dot in the middle. You don't see anything. It's just texture in certain areas of my face, skin-like color, and I just thought that it was something that I had to deal with, you know, from wearing makeup or just using things on my face that clogged my pores. And that does have obviously something to do with it to a certain extent, but there are ways to treat it, and this month I figured out something that worked for me. I've pretty much just changed my whole skincare routine. I've simplified it, and I'm using very gentle products that she's talked about on her channel. So the first thing that I started using this month that I really like is this Pond's fragrance-free cold cream, and it's just a makeup remover. You get a little bit of it and you rub it and you put it all over your face, and it goes from like a cream to an oily consistency, and it takes off all your makeup. Then I use a muslin cloth to just remove my makeup, and that's my first step in my routine. Then I go in the shower and I use any other cleanser that I have to remove the remainder of makeup that I have on my face. That's pretty much all that I do like for nighttime. And then when I get out of the shower, this little guy right here is the star of the show, and I've talked about this before on my channel. This is just a 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, and it has salicylic acid. And I used to use this all over my face. I don't do that anymore. Now I just use this on the areas where I have the closed comedones. And after about 1 or 2 times just spot treating those areas and then going in with a tiny little bit of this, just using these 2 products, I noticed a huge difference on my skin. Once I saw what that was doing to my skin, I wasn't scared to try like other methods of salicylic acid, because obviously if I'm going in with something as strong as this, then other products that have salicylic acid in it that are more gentle are not going to like really harm my skin. So aside from this toner, she actually recommended this cleanser more than the toner, because the toner is something that is very potent. Of course, it is meant to stay on your skin for a longer period of time. This is meant to be washed off. So this is the Roche Posey effaclar medicated gel cleanser, and it is 2% salicylic acid acne medication. And every time that I read the words acne on any kind of skincare product, I kind of ran the other way, because I didn't really consider what I had to be like an acne, and because I know that salicylic acid just really dries out my face. But if you use this only in the areas where you suffer from congestion or like the closed comedones or bumps or whatever it is, it's not that much of an issue. You just have to use a little bit of it. So I kind of just put it on my T-zone in the mornings. Like every other morning. I don't use this every day, and I definitely do not use these 2 on the same day ever. But in the mornings, I put this like on my forehead, my nose, and on my chin, and just the areas that get congested very easily. And I leave it there until I'm done like washing my body and stuff, so that the salicylic acid does its work. And then I rinse it off, and I get out of the shower and I just dry my body, and I leave my face wet. Using this on a wet face, which is something that Dr. Dray talked about, just makes a huge difference, because it really helps this moisturizer penetrate. Obviously, when your face is wet, things just penetrate more, and it helps you retain all of the moisture from the water and from the steam and everything that you just had in the shower. I dry my body and I use a tiny bit of this, and then I put it all over my face, I rub it all in, and then I wait for it to dry, and you just notice a huge difference in like the moisture and hydration on your face. That little method of application and all of these products that I've been using this month have completely like transformed my skin. Next up, I have the Pure Canvas primers by Laura Mercier, and they were kind enough to send me all of them, her entire new line. I've tried every single one of them, and I really like them. But the two that I've been using the most are the illuminating one and the one that has SPF 30 in it. So it's the protecting broad spectrum one. This is probably my favorite sunscreen that I have ever used underneath makeup. I really have no idea if there are other primers out there that have sunscreen, but the thought of a primer being a sunscreen is genius. I'm sure she didn't come up with it, but it is genius because we all look for a sunscreen that looks good under makeup. There are so many sunscreens that just start pilling and they do not work well underneath makeup. This works like a charm. It doesn't feel like I have a sunscreen on my face. It doesn't burn either. There's no like heavy fragrances at all in any of the ones that I've tried. I don't know if this is fragrance free or not. And the other one that I really love is the illuminating one. I mostly focused this on the areas where I want illumination. I'll link the recent video that I did on makeup that looks very good up close. I used both of these things and they just work very well with other products. And I have sensitive skin that is very prone to irritation, and these are not offensive at all. Next, I have this duck clip. I actually got this from Amazon. I think it comes in a pack of like 3, and they're just like these tortoiseshell duck clips. They're huge and they actually hold my hair. So the way that I use this is I kind of just make a bun and put it at the top. Like I clip the bottom of my hair like after I make a bun with this, and it looks very nice and chic and effortless in your hair. Like you barely tried, you know, you just picked your hair up randomly, and this kind of makes it look like you put a little bit more effort than you actually did into your hair. Now, if you have very thick hair, you're probably gonna have to use like 2 of them and like clip one way and one the other, but for me this works perfectly fine. Next, I have this chain right here, which is from Mejuri, and I really love the look of snake chains, and I feel like this reminds me a lot of a snake chain, but it's not. It's just like a flat chain. I think this is their curb chain, I believe. I like how it is a shorter chain, but it comes with an adjustable back. If you guys saw my recent video on style mistakes, you would know that I can't really wear a lot of shorter chains because it just doesn't look very good on me. And that is why I love how I can like adjust this and make it a little longer. So yeah, it's definitely something that is subtle, but it makes a statement. Like, especially if I wear it with a top like this, a turtleneck or a mock neck, it just really stands out. So I don't like to pair it with something that clashes too much on the ears. So I've been loving these little hoops, which are from Daisy Jewelry from their collection with Estee. If you guys don't know who Estee Lalonde is, you probably live under a rock, but I've been subscribed to her forever. I will link her channel down below. Absolutely love everything that she does, and her collection is just so beautiful. Every single piece in it. You guys know how much I love hoops of all sizes, but I didn't have something this size, so I feel like you can wear it with something that is a little bit more of a statement and it doesn't really clash. If you guys saw my recent vlog, I talked about this skillet and I got it as a present from my Secret Santa, and it is the best thing ever. It is 100% my favorite thing of this entire month, and the reason why I love this so much is because I don't eat meat, but Roger does, and every single time that I had to make an omelet or scrambled eggs for him, obviously, you know, I put meat in his and I would have to wash the skillet, take everything off it, and then go and do my omelet or vice versa. And it was just a pain in the butt, you know. I had to wash so much and just, it was like a waste of time. And this just makes my life so much easier. Like, it's just so convenient. If you guys don't have a split skillet, I definitely recommend that you get something like this. Had to include it in this video. This is what my channel is, guys. Skillet reviews. So next up, I have these boots right here, and I talked about them in my winter trends video that I recently did. And they're just these Chelsea boots that have like a pretty high shaft and like a 1.5 inch little block heel. And they're by a brand called Aeyde. I will link more affordable options in the description, so be sure to check it out, because I know that these are pretty pricey, but I really do love them and they're comfortable. I do have to wear longer socks with them because this is kind of tight on my ankle, like the top of my ankle, and it can kind of rub if I'm walking a lot. But other than that, I really love them. They're wearing nicely. I kind of like it when my boots look worn in, so love that. And I love the design of them. Traditional Chelsea boots, like the ones that I've had in the past, they're not this high, so that's what I really liked about them, the fact that the shaft is a little bit higher than your traditional Chelsea boots. So because of that, it kind of looks good with shorter things, you know, not just jeans, but you can also wear them with dresses. Along with the sort of like black leather trend, I have this pleather jacket. It is actually a shirt, like an oversized shirt, which I think I also talked about in that video. But as opposed to a thicker sort of like leather jacket, which is usually shorter than this, I've been loving this, A, because it is on the thinner side, so it's perfect for me since I live in a hotter climate, and B, it is longer, so I can just throw this on top of pretty much anything, and I feel very comfortable. The fact that it is a shirt is such a cool twist, a cool alternative to a regular traditional leather jacket, and I'm pretty sure I got this from Pixie Market, but again, I will link it down below. And I'm always on the hunt for the perfect pair of like boyfriend looking sweatpants. So I came across these from Aritzia. Hopefully they're not sold out. They weren't last time I checked, but if they are, I'll try to put something similar in the description. But I really, really love these sweatpants. They're super comfortable. They actually keep you warm if that's what you need it for. Obviously, you know, I don't really need it to keep me warm because it's already warm here, but if you did need it for that, they are perfect. But they're not super thick and bulky either. So those are all of my favorites for the month. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.